before I begin, let me just say that I got my wisdom teeth removed last week. So, if any of my jokes seem a tad bit ignorant, it's not my fault. I'm still recovering from that shit. Why do we call them wisdom teeth anyways? We should call them for what they really are. New boss, they're dick teeth. Because let's be honest, they just pop out of nowhere. They don't look like anybody, and they start bossing people around. They're like, "Hey, you! I like you over there. I want you in the muck over here." And then now I can't even smile because I think people think that this tooth right here is about to hop out and attack them. I don't know, man. What do I do about it? I ain't got money to fix it. So I just hope it goes away? Will that work? I don't know. It's embarrassing, man. I'll admit it. It's embarrassing. It's definitely hurt me in the love department. I haven't had sexual relations with a woman in years. With years. And years, I tell you. It's to the point now where I'm starting to consider myself an asexual. Asexual predator, that is. Do we have any parents in the house? Do you got any single sons, daughters, aunties, uncles, koala bears, snakes? I'll take anything I can get at this point. The struggle is real. Well, yeah, so if you can't tell, still pretty new to the stand-up thing. But I learned a few things from my first couple of times up here, and let me just say, one, I'm not nearly as funny as I thought I was. If the first minute wasn't a clear indicator of that. Two, performing stand-up is a lot like having sex for your first couple of times. Like you think, you're nervous, you're excited, you think you know what you're doing because you've seen it on TV your entire life. 3 seconds into it, you're like, yeah, I don't know what this is, but I'm doing this. I'm definitely doing this for the rest of my life. And you only did it because you had a few too many drinks and your uncle could talk a nun into giving him a blowjob. That was a joke about my uncle raping me. That's funny, right? My uncle did not rape me. You can laugh about that. My cousin did, though. And it's because he loves me. He told me so himself. And don't try to tell me otherwise, Mom. Speaking of my mom, she was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 14. And I don't know if you know this about cancer, but cancer sucks. Just about every facet of cancer sucks. And if you're not careful, it can cost you an arm and a leg, literally. Or in this case, a titty. My mom's got some nice titties, so I can about that. Okay, that sounded a lot creepier than I intended it to. Nothing's gonna sound that weird. Note to self, keep that strange shit off stage, kid. Duly noted. So anyway, I hop online. I'm like, I gotta save these titties. I'm not gonna help my mom. Gotta fight this cancer. Can't let my mom die. And apparently, if you live in the USA, you gotta take the standardized approach, unless your doctor suggests otherwise, or unless you go through the court system. USA, baby. But I did stumble upon this little tidbit of information: the golden grail, the holy grail of information, if you will. If you ingest healthy semen on a regular basis, it can decrease your chances of contracting breast cancer drastically. Right? My first thought was, that's what my uncles meant when they said my mama should have swallowed me. They weren't implying that I was a fuck up. No, not men of their character. They were worrying about my mom's well-being. And two, why are we not funding this? Why did my 6th grade education teacher not start out with this? It would have made my life so much easier. As a woman, which one's more attractive? Hey, do you want to put this thingy that's hanging between my legs? Oh, dang, long. And your mouth? Well, you eat and you breathe. Do you want that? Or, hey, do you like having those nice, do you enjoy having that pretty hair and those nice plump tits? Well, get to sucking, honey. Everything has its price. We all know which one you would choose. Another horrible story. One of my best friends is in a wheelchair, and he's hilarious. He is one of the most funniest people I know. And I told him, I was like, dude, you're hilarious. You should do stand-up. And he said, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, asshole. He thought I said it's hilarious you can't stand up. You don't find that funny, but you know what I find funny? The soccer games that got bombed were the French and Germany games. Not only because it reiterated the fact that soccer blows, but because those are the two countries that were involved. Those are two of the major players that were involved in World War One. World War Two. I mean, uh, so I tuned into soccer because soccer's finally exciting, only to see them playing soccer. I was just waiting for some crazy news story to come out so I didn't waste my time. Like this 90-year-old Nazi war veteran. When he heard the bombs go off, he brandished this knife whose hilt consisted of a baby Jew femur. And the blade of the knife in the middle of it had a vial of Hitler's blood. And he plunged it into the Jew that was standing next to him because every time that Jew's team would score, he'd jump up and there'd be nothing but pocket change rattling in his ear. And if you know Nazis, they do not like that. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. He wasn't jumping up and down. People did not score before the bombs went off. But people did score. So you know what that means? They stayed after it was bombed. That means they were like, was that a bomb? Oh, I want to watch some soccer still. If you needed any more proof as to soccer fans are fucking crazy. But anyway, so this Nazi plunges this weird ass knife into the Jew. And as soon as the Jew blood meets the Hitler blood, he erupts into this three-headed magnificent beast. And the first head was Stalin, who arguably started World War One. And on the second head, we all know that asshole who started that shit. And on the third head, was it the leader of ISIS? Is it Obama? Is it Putin? No, ladies and gentlemen, it's your next president, Donald Trump. Let's avoid World War III and elect a real man, Bernie Sanders, baby. I think like all the anti-Muslim rhetoric that's being uttered right now is complete ignorance and definitely fear-driven. I think we should learn from the hundreds of religious wars that have been waged over the years that this is fucking stupid. This is pretty stupid. But nope. No, that just does not work. So I thought, what can I do to ease the tensions? I couldn't think of anything fun. So I went online and I made a fake Facebook profile. And I made a fake Syrian refugee Facebook profile. And I put the location, Horton, Kansas, where I live. And I started joining online buy, trade, and sell pages. And everyone that added me, I hopped online. I was like, hey there, I'm new to the area. I could use some basic supplies such as an end table. I could use an extension cord, a rake, a hoe, 200 grams of weapon-grade uranium-237, and a barbecue grill. If you got it, thanks. Just hit me up on here. Then I'd have it programmed where if dudes clicked on the profile, like my profile picture would be like a Muslim wearing the burqa, I don't know, with his bitch just like draped around me. And like it says about me from Islamic State. It's like employer was a recent employer, ISIS 2011 to 2015. Current employer making fat stacks off the government bank, off the government, fucking yo bitch. And then like instantly, Republicans around the nation, as soon as they saw that, they'd be like, they turn into Yosemite Sam like, hey, I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker there's ever been. I got the biggest gun. You don't want to fuck with me. And then they shoot themselves and propel themselves to like their nearest KKK camp. And I haven't finished that joke yet, but I still feel like it's pretty funny. It'll get there at some point. As I said, I come from Horton, Kansas, a little town tucked up in the northeast part of Kansas. You wouldn't find it unless you were looking for it. And people tend to lean to the right politically there. And I am independent. And I get why they're like that. I mean, they've been their entire life. They're religious. I respect it. They're good people. But I got into this argument with my boss the other day, and he was like, you don't believe in... I got into an argument with one of my boss's friends, and he was like, you don't believe in God? you're a fucking idiot. I believed in God since I was 4. I was like, yeah, I believed in WWE wrestling when I was 4 too. When I saw when I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin waiting in line at Walmart, he wasn't just fucking Stone Cold Stunner every motherfucker that was in front of it. No, he waited in line like a normal person. He paid for his shit and left. But I was crushed because I thought it was real. I was a 5-year-old kid. I thought it was real. And then, as we're exiting the store, I make eye contact with this big shit brick house that could only be Brock Lesnar. He's wearing a robe. He's making hard eye contact with me. He's not breaking it at all. So I was like, this is serious. And then he's just looking at me. And he disrobes himself only to show this big fucking cock that could fit into a dryer opening. So what he did was he turned to the dryer that was right there. He opened it up and he stuck his dick in and he turned it on high. And he just sat in there for real fucking this fucking dryer. And then he convulsed and I knew that he had finished. And I heard this crying coming from inside. I was like, what the fuck? Brock Lesnar just make a baby with that dryer. That was it. Anatomically possible. But no, Donald Trump came out and instead of being covered with amniotic fluid, he was covered with Brock Lesnar's man juice. So the moral of that story is God may or may not exist. But Donald Trump's a fucking idiot. Vote for Bernie. Yeah, that's a common theme if you haven't noticed it with me. I can't stand that Donald Trump motherfucker. In fact, I think that we should replace every motherfucker that votes for Trump because we all know they're fucking racist. We all know it. That's not even a joke. Every motherfucking Trump supporter I see online, when I try to ask them their views on anything, they start, you liberal fucking pussy! It looks like we gotta do some killing here on the homeland as well as over in the Islamic State as well. Oh, fucking idiots. Like, I say that anybody who votes for him, along with Donald Trump, we should ship them over to Syria and let a Syria refugee Muslim take their positions in life here in America. And I mean, take over their Facebook account. I mean, go to their job. I mean, like, okay, so I say every person that vote for Donald Trump, we replace him with a Syrian refugee. Okay, so while Rahad gets to come to badass America, live in this big ass mansion, John has to go over there and live in nothing because his house was destroyed by either Americans or Russians or ISIS or all of them. Who knows? I think that would shut a lot of people up as to why are they not over there fighting? That's the country. They should be fighting that for the country. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense if every major nation in the world wasn't over there funding a different terrorist organization. We're having a world proxy war right now. We're having a proxy world war right now. That's all that's going on. So yeah, so anyway, John's over here in Syria, like posting on Facebook on his iPhone. He's like, guys, we're so wrong. Like, we're doing this, and so is Russia, so is that. It's all wrong. They're just like, fuck you, you fucking Muslim. And then, like, we didn't tell his employer or any of his, like, co-workers or anything. So, like, he shows up to work on Monday wearing Joe's shirt because we hadn't changed it. Yes, it doesn't say Rahad, it says John because they don't know. And, like, he's going to show up. Tension's so high right now, he's going to show up and immediately people are going to be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Is that ISIS? That's fucking ISIS. He killed John. Now they're coming to kill us. This is what's happening. And then, like, John, or Rashad, would just make some off-the-wall comment like, hey, guys, it's been a tough morning. I'm going to go nuke my breakfast burritos now, so I'll see you after that. And people be like, shh, what the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is going on? Did you hire him? No, I did not hire him. We gotta call the cops. We gotta shoot him. And then they would all turn into Yosemite Sam. I don't know. That was 15 minutes. I know I got more material, but I forgot it, so